A few of these guys over. It's a little bit cool this morning. It's overcast. There's one guy still sitting here. Now he flew off. Actually, I wasn't going to talk about crows. We're at Ubuntu Studio downloading. See how well that runs. And I'll probably run it as a dual boot, with Linux Mint and Ubuntu Studio because they both have features that I want. You can do that with Linux, or you can actually start off with Windows and have most distros will let you do a dual boot. We have Windows and Linux on there. You can choose at the time that it boots, whether you want to, most of the distros, when you set them up, we'll do that automatically if you tell them to do that. If it's Windows already on there, some version of Windows, you can have it set up as a dual boot. I'm sure those videos are here on YouTube. And I can kind of give a brief overview. In fact, I'm going to I wanted to do that. What distro do you use for a few of my viewers, subscribers that might be Linux users or might be Linux curious. You can set up a Windows system to dual boot and run one of several different distros that will set up as a dual boot. At the time of booting, you can choose whether you want Windows or Linux. Now there's most Linux games really, really suck. So I understand why gamers would stick to Windows. Well, with Linux, you're not making any money. And the coders, the kids that are writing code, the ones that are writing games want to make money. So they got to code for Windows and not for Linux. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, I'm downloading Ubuntu Studio and just try Ubuntu. I may get one more distro, just depending upon how time goes for this morning. It's overcast. One guy, I may hear from him. I may not. If I hear from him, I'll go over and take care of the job. If not, I'll call another guy. I probably won't do that job either. Probably go home and watch YouTube videos the rest of the day, depending upon how the day goes. I was watching or listening to one video here on, that's two I'm going to comment on. Now, one of these songs from the late 60s through the late 70s, now 15 of the most hated songs. Now, some of them I'd never heard of before, and some of them I really, really liked. And there's some of them that I completely either I misinterpreted their meaning or the when you listen to them, misinterpreted their meaning. Now, I remember Muskrat Love, Captain Tennille. I like that song. And tie a yellow, Tony Orlando and Don, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. I'm sure that's here on YouTube if you want to listen to it. Now, the guy's talking about, said it's been 3 long years. I thought a guy had broke up with this girl, for 3 years and is just coming back. But the interpretation of the person presenting this video was that the guy had been, in Vietnam, because this was early 70s. The guy had been at Vietnam, was coming back. Of course, he finds a million yellow ribbons tied around the old oak tree, which I find, I'm sure that the meaning is that he's going to get back with this girl. She wants him again, even though it's been 3 years. That's interpretation. Let's see, another one, Honey. Now, that one, you can find that one a bit creepy. I don't remember who sang it. Now, it's about this guy that really, really misses his wife. She had died of cancer. She had planted a tree. Oh, it's a very touching song if you want to listen to it. Honey. I'm sure there's 3 or 4 songs called Honey. Here on now, another video I was watching was on these child actresses from the 1920s through the 1950s. Now, some of them led very, very tragic lives. After they were very, very successful, child actress turned to drugs and alcohol and screwed their lives up. And after a short period of time, they were dead of something other. And some of them just realized that they couldn't be a child star and got education and had a career, sold real estate or become a teacher. Various occupations, and actually became, very successful people. Now, one was Shirley Temple. Now, she was a very, very famous, I see everybody here, or most people here know who she is, or actually was. She was a very famous child actress, back in the 1930s during the Depression. And after she went on, she got married, had a family. She actually became like ambassador to the UN and ambassador like to Ghana or something like that, South African nation. So some of these people just fell to pieces, and some of them actually took care of themselves and actually led very productive lives. I think it's just kind of a slice of us humans, just the way some of us are responsible kids and adults, and some of us are not. Let's see, where was I going with this? Oh, I don't know, just kind of commenting here this morning. I'm wondering if Bunny and Beyond van life has flipped over a new leaf, if she's going to, next cop she sees, she's going to be warm and friendly, or if she's going to choose to argue with him. I'm going to think that Bunny and Beyond van life is probably going to, I'm thinking she probably listened to at least one or two of my videos and probably think, hey, maybe these cops aren't all bad guys. Maybe I can, maybe if I get along with them, they can get along with me. Maybe we can treat each other with decency and respect. I'm hoping that's the case. And if any of these single female YouTubers want to meet up with me, what have you got in mind? Send me an email, repairmanjamesgodman@yahoo.com, and let me know what you got in mind. And maybe we can work something out. Maybe we can't. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. I think I've covered everything here. Yeah, I'm gonna make that. But the sun's starting to come out now. It's starting to get hot out here. It's been decent out here until about the past 5 minutes, and the sun's coming out. You can see it's starting to light up. The clouds are burning off. Yeah, I thought I was going to have an overcast day, but not in the Valley of the Sun. Not in the summertime. It's still summertime. A few people may be looking forward to spring or to fall. I know Nigella for me was looking forward for fall in Albuquerque, but completely different climate, chick. Albuquerque is a different climate. Albuquerque and Phoenix may be 800-900 miles apart, but worlds apart in climate. As Australis slowly warm up to a blistering summer day, I'll say bye.